Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Ask the Expert. And I'm so excited that you're here to join myself, Patty Farmer, and my co-host, Teresa Ream. And I have to tell you, I'm really looking forward to this episode. We have someone here who's really going to be talking about something that's very timely and something that I pretty much can guarantee that every one of you need in some way, shape, or form. So you want to make sure that after the show, you connect with her and that you take action in some way, shape, or form of the expertise that she's going to share. So Teresa, will you share with everyone a little bit about what we're going to talk about today and about our fabulous guest?
Yes, thank you. Welcome, everyone. And today we will be talking about writing to make the sale. So with our guest, Bobbie Maloy. So I'll tell you a little bit about Bobbie. Bobbie Maloy is a master sales and conversion copywriter, consultant, speaker, and podcaster located in Dallas, Texas. Bobbie works with companies who sell online to connect them with their target audience and compel their prospects to become customers. She does this through the written word with ads, emails, sales pages, web pages, and video scripts. She connects products and services with people who need and want them most. Bobbie is passionate about helping her clients build a lasting relationship with their customers. To help companies turn customers into raving fans without slimy sales tactics. In short, Bobbie helps turn your words into customer magnets, which generate long-term lasting profits. She also has an ebook called The Ultimate Persuasion in Marketing Checklist. So welcome, Bobbie.
Oh, thank you for having me. Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
I'm so excited too. So first of all, I have to say, Bobbie, I've known you a very long time. You live in my hometown and stuff. So I actually know her in real life. And I have to tell you, I'm really excited. So let's get started, right? So Bobbie, what is the number one thing that differentiates you from every other copywriter? And what are you the most passionate about?
Ooh, that's a great question because I think everybody needs a differentiator. So there's a couple of things. I'm a recovering computer scientist. That's what I like to tell everybody. So data is incredibly important. It's almost as important as the words you use because the words you use have some type of effect, right? And so when you take a look at that and really dial down into what is it that is making your audience like what you do, interact with you, engage with your brand, buy your products, you can test and tweak that. And really it's the back end data that's going to tell you whether it's working or not. And so that's one of the things. The other thing is I've had a business before being a copywriter. So I understand a lot of what goes on in the background, right? I understand how difficult it is sometimes to pay that money in marketing and in advertising because there's everything else that you have, all those different hats that you wear. And so when I take a look at something for their message, I understand like the whole community of it. And so that's one of the things that really sets me apart from a lot of other copywriters is just the experience of being in a business that's not just copywriting.
Sounds like you do it in a holistic way where you look at the whole picture, the whole person, the whole thing that they want to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very important to get a feel of the business you are writing about.
Yeah, 100%. Well, a good copywriter for any business is truly, they're a partner. Now, that doesn't mean you have to give up a piece of your company to work with a copywriter, but there really are a good partnership because they take a look at, when it's done right, they take a look at you, your business, everything, your customers, what's working, what's not working. And they can really go, well, here's where we're going to make the biggest bang for your buck when it comes to how you present your product and the words that you use.
Makes sense to me.
Yes. Well, that leads into our next question. I'm sure you have raving fan customers. So what is the best compliment you've ever received from a client?
Oh, probably my favorite one is, can I download your brain? I love how you think.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Well, it's because I'm able to take what is inside of somebody's head. And a lot of times you're so close to the product, so close to what you do, you've almost forgotten what it's like to be someone who needs your services. And so when you bring somebody in like me, I can pull that out of your brain. I can then take it and listen to what your clients and your customers and your prospects say for not just you, but your competition. And I put this together in this nice package that now all of a sudden is, oh my God, that's so easy for you to understand as the business owner. It's super simple for your clients and your customers to understand. And when understanding happens and everybody's all on the same page, that's when you find your tribe that wants to throw money at you. And a lot of it's just because you made what you had really clear and simple and easy to understand for everybody.
Oh, I really like that. It's like almost like you're going into your client and you're watching their business like a movie. Then you're pulling it out as a client watching and putting that into words.
Yes, and it's interesting because everybody thinks they know how to write. And to be fair, they do, right? We've all gone through high school or college, or even if you dropped out well before that, we all learned to write.
Yes.
And so everybody's like, oh, that's easy. I can write an email. I can write my web page. And that's one of the hardest things that I have is the difference between writing to make your English teacher happy and writing to get people to take an action, which is truly what copywriting is, right? It's not content writing, that's different. So it's writing to get people to take an action. We write differently when you need people to take an action. And it's not about getting the A in English. It's all about getting people to understand and take them through from where they are to where they need to be so that action can happen. And that action can be simple. It could be click here to go read a blog. It can be send money. It can be buy the product. It can be jump on a call. It can be a number of different things. Donate your time. Come join us. All these different things. Those are all actions. And anytime you need an action to happen, you have to use very specific language and the way that you bring people from where they are, which is sitting or not taking action, into doing an action. And it is a very different style of writing.
It makes a lot of sense to me. I really think about it. For you, those of you that are watching, you just got to see my cute little puppies walk by in the background.
Yeah.
So I know you may have got sidetracked for a second because they're just so darn cute. But they did just go lay down.
You saw me get sidetracked, didn't you?
I did, like in my corner of my eye, I'm like, oh my goodness, I can see my little puppies walking by right there.
They just went right there in the background. It was great.
I love it. So Bobbie, do you have something new, like a new project or something that you're working on that we may be able to serve and support you?
Yes. So I am working on building out a program to help people take what they already have in place and just boost up the conversion power of it with their marketing and with their messaging. And so them working on building this program, it's the 10X Your Conversion program. And it's still very much in the works, but I'm kind of rolling through it to get some people, because again, the more powerful you can be and the more conversions you make, the more sales you make, the more of an impact you can make. And that's really what it's all about. So I want to help people do that.
Awesome.
Yes, about making that impact. Well, I have a question for you. Who could we, not only me and Patty, but the audience that is watching, introduce you to that would move the needle or be a game changer in your business in the next 30 days?
So anybody who's a course owner, because a lot of times what they do is they get a good bit of their revenue from online sources. So course owners, coaches, or consultants, because those are, again, they're people who tend to get more of their revenue from an online source, or anybody who's interested in taking what they have and moving it online. So
that's awesome. That gives us some really good, robust choices. So for those of you that are out there listening or watching and stuff that fits you, you're going to want to give Bobbie a call, which kind of leads us to the next question, that what social media platform are you the most active on? So if they wanted to find you and they were going to go on social to find you, where would that be, and or your website?
So social, I'm more active on Facebook, but I'm getting to be pretty active on LinkedIn as well. So you can find me on Facebook. I'm the Bobbie Maloy, because, you know, there's only one of me. So the Bobbie Maloy on Facebook, and you can find me Bobbie Maloy on LinkedIn. And if you want to go to my website, I am conversionhacker.com.
I love that. And that is such a great way to kind of segue, really, because I have to say that I think that all the things that I hear you talk about are always things that are direct sales, right? You know, it's always about how do you get to the sale? Because there's a lot of copy, right? Sometimes you just write copy, you know, you want copy to get your message out. You want people to know how you feel or what you think or what your message is. But then there's the times that you actually want your copy to, like you said, take an action. And I'm in marketing, so specifically the action you want them to take is to purchase something, right? You know, something that helps move the needle for them, right? So I think that is really, really important. So thank you so much for really kind of breaking that down for us so that people really can understand it. And thank you for being a guest on the Ask the Expert show and for sharing your zone of genius with us, Bobbie.
Awesome. Thank you for having me.
And to our audience, thank you for joining us. And if you enjoyed today's show, and I'm sure you did, please don't keep us a secret. Share us with your network. And believe me when I say that your colleagues and friends will thank you. But we also have an invitation for you, and Teresa's going to tell you about it.
Well, we would like to invite you to join us on our Facebook group and connect with our guest, with Patty and I, and other amazing women that are part of the Professional Women's Network of the Monterey Peninsula, known as PWN, and now includes members locally, nationally, and internationally too. We would love to have you join us and share your expertise with our audiences. You can find us at facebook.com/groups/PWN Monterey.
Awesome. And thank you so much. And so again, Bobbie, is there any last thing you would like to say to the audience? Is there like something, like I always like to say, what's a question we didn't ask you? Is there something else that you would like to add on to that? Or what's the number one takeaway you would like them to walk away from?
Ooh, so one of the best ones that you can ask any copywriter or writer, just period, is, do they charge by the word? Do they charge by the hour? Do they charge by the project? Right? So it's super important to understand when you are dealing with a writer, never ever pay by the word, because then you ask the writer to be very wordy, and wordy is not always best, okay? Because that pads the writer's pocket. The other one is writing by the hour. Unless you have a really good understanding of what you're writing, you can, again, the writer may take a long time to write something. Charging something by the projects, this is a really huge takeaway, right? Charging something by the project incentivizes everybody to be the best in the most timely fashion and to make sure that money happens, right? So that's kind of the last really good, important takeaway for any time that you're dealing with a writer of any kind.
Wow, that is an absolute great takeaway, right?
Wow, right off the spot too. You're good. I learned so much in this short time, Bobbie. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you so much. And again, thank you to our audience. Make sure you connect with Bobbie, take some type of action, like she said, and make sure you come and join us in the Facebook group where you can, you know, engage with Teresa, myself, Bobbie, and all the other amazing entrepreneurs they are. But until next week, thank you so much, everyone, and have a phenomenal week.